obviously. Why? Why?
So I've been into resin for about a year, more or less, and I also always enjoy making new experiments, trying out things. So recently I tried making resin geodes. I thought it was a good idea, and then using them as coasters. They're kind of pretty. So I made my first geode like couple of weeks ago. It's this one. I don't know if you can see. And it turned out quite nice. So since it's almost Christmas, I was thinking to try and make some more like little sets or something like that. And then giving them as a present, obviously. So that's actually what I want to try and do today. So I'm going to make a little set of 4 geodes, geode coasters, and so I hope they will turn out at least as pretty as this one. I would say let's start and make some geodes. Okay, so I have already mixed my resin. The resin that I'm using is the Resin Pro Transparent. I used more or less 50 grams of the A component in here and 30 grams of the B component. So this is all well mixed up. I have my little cups, which I'm going to fill in a second, and I'm going to color them with my alcohol ink and some white mica powder for the white color, because it's the only color I figured that is not going to sink completely on the bottom once I put them together with the alcohol inks. So this is why I use it. Also, it gives this little shiny effect, so why not? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little marker and I'm going to draw the base of 4 coasters on my... I'm going to draw it directly on my silicone mat because it's just easy to peel off, and it's just an old silicone mat that I only use for my resin projects. So more or less they're the same size, but I want to do it by hand, so at least they're going to have different sizes and it will look more like natural geode. Then I'm going to make the molds with my glue gun. Okay, so here I have to work really careful because the glue gun detaches itself from the silicone mat really easily, so I have to be really careful on how I touch these, otherwise they're gonna get off or the resin is just gonna slip under it, and that's not really what I want. So the bottom of the coasters are gonna be matte, which is okay, I don't really care, since the pretty part is going to be the upper part, so that's what we're going to work on. I want to make the 4 coasters each of a different color, so I think I'm going to make one purplish, one bluish, one yellowish, and one reddish. So I'm going to see if my cups are enough, otherwise I'll have to get some more. And I really hope my resin is enough. Well, we'll see. Okay, what I also want to try out is using salt for the center of the coasters. You know, like geodes have this kind of center where you have the gems that pop out or something like that, and I want to try and recreate it with the salt. Now I don't know if the end result is going to give, because salt tends to dissolute with liquids and especially with warm liquids. So since resin tends to heat up during catalyzation, did you say? During catalyzation, it might dissolve in the end, or the resin might not harden, I don't know. Anyways, I've seen resin artists using salt in their creations and it works out, so why not? Let's try out. So I'm going to use only 2 coasters. And then maybe later I'll add some on the edge. For the moment I leave it here in the center. So here I'll prepare the white, which is going to be in bigger proportions since I'm going to use it on all 4 of them. And now. Yeah, so as predicted, I had a little incident here, so I had to add some more hot glue, because, yeah, this was happening. I'm guessing here it's not very leveled, so it's dripping a bit on the side, but it's not a problem. I mean, the other ones are supposed to be better. I think it's underneath, there's a damaging on the mat, so... But yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so I think I'm more or less done here. Here I'm adding a little bit of clear resin and the effect looks quite nice. I really hope it's gonna keep like that. I added a dot here too. It kind of creates dimension, so it's not bad. I like it. The red one. I'm not saying these particularly all look like geodes. They look like everything but geodes, I have to be sincere. They look nice though, I mean, they're still cute, but they don't look like geodes. So we're going to see once we mold these what's going to be the end result. But the red one, looks cool, but it's like the least realistic one of those 4. So I don't know, I'm going to try and add something. Maybe I can add a little bit of yellow? Let's see. It can't get worse than this, can't it? Let's see. Okay, anyways, let's let these cure and we'll see each other tomorrow. Okay, so here they are. The last thing I want to do is add a little bit of gold on it. So I'm going to use this deep gold Talons gouache paint on the edges of those coasters so that they look a little bit better. So here we are a couple of days later, and they're not as good as I expected, but I guess that if you take them as a set, they kind of come out nice. Here's the first one. Actually, on camera they look better. Well, yeah, so this is the first one. Then we have the green yellowish coaster. Not bad. The red one. And the blue one. I mean, again, if you take them all four together, I do think they make a little nice set. So I might end up giving them as a present, actually, because they're okay, they're nice. It's not catastrophic. I mean, when I was making them, I was thinking like, oh my god, this is gonna be such a disaster, so much resin wasted, this is like right going into the trash and stuff like that. But in the end, so I'm happy how they turned out. I'm probably going to try with different kind of colors, so instead of using alcohol inks, use more mica powders. For what's about with the salt, I don't know if you can see it from the back. I mean, the backs are cool though, but I mean, if you see it from the back, you kind of see the little crystals. I guess on the front too a little bit, but it's very faint. It's nice as an effect, but it's not the effect that I was looking for. It helps making this little white center, but obviously you don't realize there are crystals or anything in it. So I might have to end up buying real glass or shatter a bottle of beer or something like that. So here it is. I hope you enjoyed the project and see you next time.